All right, YouTube. I just made it to the gym. It is 3:48 a.m. I'm about an hour and 48 minutes late because I usually like to come at 2 a.m. I was asleep. You can tell by my eyes. But we got 28 days into New Year's. All right, 28 days. It's losing power every time I make one of these videos because it's getting closer and closer and closer to the point where you might as well wait. But I'm going to still say don't wait into New Year's 2023. All right? But a lot of people going to wait, you know. But with that being said, this is advice for people who are waiting or advice for people who are going to start today. All right. The mindset. Before I take y'all through my workout, I'm gonna do deadlifts and I'm gonna explain to y'all real quick what I'm planning to do. I'm also giving you a few scenes of my previous deadlifts for the last couple weeks or whatever, and explain why I'm dropping the weight instead of trying to push heavier weight or pull heavier weight. What's a push and a pull simultaneously? So I'm gonna explain that too also, for those who want to learn how to deadlift. But the mindset when you first start a workout, you got to treat it just like a business, all right? You got to let go of what other people are going to think about you, all right? For serious inquiries only. This only applies for people who are serious about reaching a goal. Everybody else, it don't apply, so let it fly. Those who really want to get fit this year coming up, this is for you, all right? You gotta let go of what people are going to think, because that's gonna make you hold back automatically. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make it to where you don't pay as much attention to detail. You're not gonna pay as much attention to the things that I'm saying. All right, because people are gonna be like, you know, you're gonna be, let's say you at work watching one of my videos, right? Just making a scenario. You at work watching one of my videos on your phone. You got your headphones on. You know, for me to get more views, I would say take your headphones off, let other people hear it and watch the video. No, it's more personal right now. These New Year series are more personal than any of my videos that I make. Right, the New Year series is more personal. Put your headphones on. All right. Listen to me without anybody else hearing it. Why? Because I want you to understand that most people ain't going to understand, and most people are going to deny everything that I'm saying because it's serious. Most people, when you get serious, people try to knock you off your pivot. They will. So don't worry about what other people think. You need to put other people's thoughts aside. This is you and your fitness. This ain't even me and you. This is you and your fitness, all right? Also, you have to put your own pride aside, all right? Everybody just got fooled by, I want to let this topic go. I made, 4, 5, 6 videos about it already. The Liver King fooled a lot of grown men and women, but he was mostly geared towards men. And a lot of grown men, I tell people all the time, beginners are easy to fool. Beginners are gullible. These wolves, it ain't just influencers, but it's gym membership, gyms, supplement stores, supplement companies. They're looking at you and they're taking, it's like a relationship, right? Let's say you're in a relationship and let's say you break up with your husband or wife. You got a failed relationship. The person who was waiting for you to be on the rebound, you know, a lot of people got, you know, work husbands and things like that. I mean, I'm just making a scenario, right? The crying shoulder, right? That person is waiting for you to slip up so they can swoop in, right? It's the same thing with your diet. A lot of these companies, they know that most people fail their diets. They know that beginners are gullible, and no disrespect, I'm just saying, they're gullible, they're naive, they're coming out of a failed diet, they're easy prey. It's just like lions and wolves and things like that pack animals. They look at a crowd of deer or zebras or whatever, and they look for the one they can target. Bam. And that's the one the whole crowd targets. They know the ones that they can get the easiest, the sickest, the oldest, the youngest, the babies. They know, and that's who they're looking at you, right? They're looking at you, straight up. They're not looking at me. I'm not easy prey. They're not looking at me. The only time somebody targeted me, and I'll tell you after I tell you why they're targeting you. They're targeting you because they know they can get you. Lions don't want to fail their hunt because they might not eat today. After they done burnt out their energy, now their energy gone, it's going to be hard to catch the next catch if they miss this catch. Same thing with wolves or whatever. Even solo animals, tigers. If they fail this catch, it's hard to catch the next catch. They need the fuel from this catch, which is the food, you, to get the next catch. All right, if that make any sense. I used to watch a lot of animal stuff, so that's how I can come up with those type of scenarios, right? But I'm just saying, also your pride, all right? You got to let go of your pride, all right? You have to understand that you don't understand. You have to. The number one thing is, the number one problem I see beginners where they fail is because they think they already know. I was a beginner. I'm speaking from a person who used to be a beginner, right? I thought I already knew everything. The stage. You're going to listen to the easiest way. The easiest way. That's why people can fool you with the abs in 2 weeks. How many people got fooled by old girl, what, a year or two ago? Talking about you can get abs in 2 weeks? No matter where you're starting from, you could be 40% body fat. You follow this right here, you're going to get abs in 2 weeks. Now, how outlandish does that sound? Okay, very outlandish now that I explained it like that, right? Well, why did it fit? Why did it fool millions of people? Why did it fool millions of people? Why did the Liver King just fool millions of people? Talk about he eat raw animal testicles and liver, and then he built that body by doing that. You're going to get lied to. I tell people all the time, I'm going to put in a speech and I'm going to do my deadlifts. And I'm also explaining to y'all my deadlift strategy right now, all right? I am more of a power lifter than a bodybuilder, but I've been lifting more bodybuilder style for the last 2 years. That's why y'all seen the physique updates and the flexing and all that. That's bodybuilding. Powerlifting is more 1 rep maxing. Well, you ain't always 1 rep maxing, but you're training to get those 1 rep maxes. So that's more my style. That's why pound for pound, I'm stronger than most other guys, especially naturals and especially at my age, all right? I'm 39 years old, by the way. I'm about to be 40 years old in August, and I got 6-pack natural abs, natural physique, all right? How much do I weigh? This is a big key right here for y'all beginners. Y'all need to learn this, all right? A lot of guys talk to me and tell me I should weigh 2 something. You should try to get up to 2 something. I got one dude, salute to you, bro. One dude be in my comments. Y'all can probably find him. I don't know if you want me to say his name or not, but y'all can find him. He be like, man, you should train for the Mr. Olympia because and go against Big Rammy. You know, I don't know if he be joking or not, but I'm just like, you know, you should get up to 300, man. You should get back to 275. You know, make sure it's all muscle. It's impossible for me to get to 275 all muscle natural. All right? Y'all got to understand what's possible and what's impossible. Y'all got to understand, you got to have a realistic goal, all right? Everything ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't going to be single-digit body fat percentage, especially if you're a woman. You're not going to be single-digit body fat percentage. A male is most likely not going to get below 5%. Most of them, the majority of men ain't going to get below 10%. Right now, I'm sitting at probably 7 or 8% body fat. Most men are not going to reach that. You know what I'm saying? It's not in the books for everybody. Everybody don't got the same genetics. Everybody don't got the same work ethic. Everybody don't got the same willpower. Everybody ain't serious. Everybody got the same level of seriousness, all right? Me, I judge my own. This is my personal way of saying things. For me, all right? You can take this or leave it, all right? If somebody's not telling me if they're not saying that I'm too serious, that means I ain't serious enough. Straight up. So know that when you go into your journey, people are going to say you're too serious. The moment you get serious and you get that focus, you get that eye of the tiger, if you will, especially in the gym. Let's say this is you. This is the bar. You're about to walk up to it and lift it. You're about to deadlift. So I'm using deadlifts because that's what I'm about to go do. So here's the bar. Here's you. You got to get to it. You got to lift it up. Here's you. Here's the bar. Somebody else gonna get right here in the middle between you and the bar and start talking to you. I be tripping though. I got videos where I caught it on camera. There's a lot of times this happens almost every day. I'm late, so there's 1, 2, it's like 5 cars here. And there's gonna be a lot more. But I'm deadlifting, so I'm cool. Because the deadlift is in the corner. I use the corner deadlift platform. That way I got this wall and this wall. The only way you can come is behind me, and I'm ready for that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just people people will mess you up. That's another thing people don't understand is like, you have to understand going into this that you do not know what you're doing, all right? How can you learn something without listening and paying attention and looking, all right? So let's get into what I'm doing on the deadlift. I think I left something out that I was gonna say. I'm gonna watch this part of the video again, and I'm gonna say it right after I get into what's my plan for the deadlift, all right? For the last 2 weeks, I'm gonna show y'all this. For the last 2 weeks, I've been I've been hit and miss with 475 on a deadlift, right? It's getting to the point where it's easy, but when I get to that certain amount of weight, you know, things happen in your head. You know, when you're thinking about injury, when you're thinking about, you know, distractions happen. It's almost like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna lift the weight or you ain't. All right. And if you lift it wrong, you can tear your back out your spine like Mortal Kombat, right? So, or you can tear a bicep, or you can tear your hamstring. It's a full body movement. So anything on your body can get messed up on a deadlift, right? I'm gonna make another video as the deadlift actual, but I'm gonna sum it up right quick. Why it's on my head. Is it a dangerous lift? Is it as dangerous as people think? In my opinion, yes and no. The deadlift is very dangerous if done wrong, but if done right, is okay. In powerlifting, you got 3 different lifts. You got the flat bench, the squat, and the deadlift. Whether you're doing sumo or conventional, whether you're doing high bar or low bar squat, and the flat bench, you're competing on who can lift the most weight on those 3 lifts, right? And out of those 3 lifts, they're all compound lifts, which means that you're using your whole body. Even though on the bench press, you're mostly training your chest, but you also got some shoulder, you also got some tricep, you also got your full body, your leg drive, all of that, right? Especially in powerlifting style, because you're trying to maximize the amount of weight that you can lift. Now, bodybuilding style, you want to make sure you're emphasizing the muscles at hand, right? There's a difference between bodybuilding and powerlifting, all right? For beginners, please listen. This is a lesson you have to learn, whether you want to compete or whether you don't, whether you're just trying to get stronger, whether you're trying to get bigger, whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying, whatever your goal is, learning what you're doing is dire, all right? So listen, all right? So I'm on fire. Like button, subscribe, bell notification, share. All right, so in powerlifting, you're trying to maximize those lifts, right? So the best way to do it is your form, the way your body functions, knowing your cues, knowing which muscles are firing, knowing what to pull with first or what to push with first. So with the deadlift, you want to come down. I got a deadlift video, by the way, called The Most Important Deadlift Video on YouTube. And I think the only cue that I left out was to initiate with a push before a pull. Other than that, and I've been saying that in my latest deadlift video. So if you want to learn how to deadlift, Rapid Time Fitness, The Most Important Deadlift Video on YouTube. Bam. And then watch that one. That was like a year or 2 ago. And then watch my newer deadlift videos where I'm showing you how to deadlift heavier weight. All right, and I'm putting in the cue that I left out. So, bench pressing on a bodybuilder, you want to more hit reps. You want to make sure you're opening and closing the muscle. With any muscle that you're trying to build, you want that stretch. Like let's say your bicep, you want that stretch and you want that squeeze. Stretch, squeeze. It's all about stretch and squeeze, the opening and closing of the muscle. All right, and that's everything, whether it's your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, your biceps, your triceps, your traps, your lats, whatever. All right, you want that stretch and that squeeze, stretch, squeeze, as you're doing your pull-ups, your pull-downs, whatever, right? You want your mind to be in that muscle. You want to be focused on that muscle. That's the reason why your form is so important. Besides risking of injury, bad form can get you injured, but bad form also takes away from the emphasis that you're putting on the targeted muscle. Hence, if you're doing like this and throwing your back into your bicep curls and you ain't really stretching and squeezing your bicep, you want to use your bicep to lift the weight, not the rest of your body. You got to make sure that the targeted muscle is the one doing the moving of the weight. All right? So in powerlifting, you want to make sure you're tight. You want to make sure your form is also to keep you safe. You know, tuck your shoulders, retract your scapula, 45 degrees right here, bone on bone stack between your elbow and wrist, things like that. I got bench press videos, how to bench press. I explain all of that in the bench press video, but this is not that video. So I run you down a little bit, but I'm explaining the importance of it, all right? So you want to be tight. You don't want to be flimsy. You want to be tight. You know, when a snake is about to strike, he gets in a tight spring-like motion. That way he can, you know what I'm saying? He ain't just limp and then gonna strike you like that. No, he tightens up and strikes. It's the same thing on the bench. You tighten up and you strike. Deadlift, you tighten up, strike. You know what I'm saying? So squat, same thing. You tighten up and you strike. Spring action. That's why focusing on your lift and not getting distracted, it could take you away from that form. It could take you away from them thoughts. It could take you away from those cues. All right? So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and deadlift. All right? And I'm doing, I've been struggling to do 5 plates. 5 plates is $4.95 because you got a 45-pound plate times 8. There's 45 times 10. Plus another 45. So 45 times 11 is $4.95. Because you got a 45-pound bar and 5 45-pound plates on each side. So that's 10 plates. You know, in lifting world, we say we count one side. Of course, you want the other side to match. You don't want to be lifting with a bar that has this much weight on this side and this much weight on this side. No, you're going to tear yourself up. All right, so you have to pay attention to details, all right? So even if you're not getting into lifting weights, you know, a lot of people gonna start their New Year's journey and they want to do cardio. I say, man, in my opinion, find out what your personal goals are and do things that fit those goals, all right? And don't just follow what anybody do, me included. Don't just follow what I do and just, you know, if it doesn't fit your personal goals, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that, you know, I'm trying to build big muscles and have the strongest deadlift and bench press and squat, and then, you know, I'm going to do Pilates. I could do Pilates on the side if I wanted to, but I don't, you know. But I'm saying if I did, it'd be on the side. My main goal, that's the main thing I'm going. This is the bread and butter. This is the cake. Everything else is the icing on the cake, all right? Just like your diet is the bread and butter, the supplements can be icing on the cake. So what I'm doing with my deadlift, I keep on saying I was going to say that. I'm struggling with 5 plates. I think if I was to lift it the way everybody else lifted and not care about injury or not, just, you know, grip it and rip it. The dumbest thing in the world, you can get injured doing that, but there's a time and a place, and there's a thin line between doing that and pussyfooting. All right, it's a thin line between pussyfooting and gripping and ripping. And if I was competing, of course, I'd probably be gripping it and ripping it, whether it's dumb or not. But I'm not competing. I'm just in the gym. And I'm training. There's a difference between testing your strength and building your strength. Gripping and ripping ain't really building no strength. It's testing it, right? So to build strength, I'm going to take those numbers that I've been failing at, and I'm going to take some off. I've been hit and miss with 475. So 475 shouldn't be the weight that I'm trying to lift today. I should do something that I know I can conquer. 405 and do reps. I'm not a big repper when it comes to deadlift or flat bench or squat if I'm training powerlifting style. If I'm training bodybuilding style, I'm still gonna deadlift, but I don't really deadlift for muscle gain. I deadlift for strength gain. Now, yes, you build muscle with powerlifting moves, just like you build strength with bodybuilding moves. I mean, it ties in together, even though you're targeting two different things. They still go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So, even though I'm training for hypertrophy and size, when I'm training more bodybuilding style, I'm going to get a little bit stronger. I'm working out. Same thing with deadlifting and bench pressing and squatting as a powerlifting style. If I'm in a caloric surplus, I'm going to still build muscle, all right? But I'm not in a caloric surplus. I'm doing this while in a deficit, which makes me feel like Superman. Straight up, because I'm gaining strength while losing weight. But it's just strength that I'm getting back because I'm getting my technique back. Practice makes perfect. So I'm doing 405 for I'm going to try to do a 5x5. I don't really want to say the numbers that I'm shooting for on camera, honestly. But like I said in the beginning of the video, you got to put your pride aside, and you have to get stronger mentally, physically, whatever. Put your pride aside. Don't worry about what people think. So I don't want to say it in front of camera. So if I fail, I can say, I wasn't even trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's human nature. That's the human nature side. But I'm going to say it anyways. So even if I fail, I can come back after I show y'all the scenes and tell y'all why I failed. And also, that's why I don't edit some of my words out. If I slip out on words, I want people to understand. If you're watching my video, I want you to know that I'm a human being. All right? I don't want to act like this. A lot of guys get on YouTube, whatever, these influencers. Not to diss all the influencers. That's why I'm not even saying no names. I said Liver King's name. He deserves it. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of other guys that deserve it too. But I always tell people, do your research. If anybody tell you something, even if it's me, step back, think about it. Does it make sense before I run with it? But I'm just saying, these guys act like they're just the end all be all. I am not the end all be all. I'm just a dude that's taking you through my journey. All right. I want y'all to feel like you're part of it. So I don't want to act like I'm Superman. At the end of the day, I don't. I'm a natural guy, so it makes me feel more proud of myself to do it naturally, to be in front of this camera, honesty and integrity. But you're not gonna catch me, honestly, being dishonest when it comes to fitness. And I'm not gonna be dishonest on other things either, but I will. And I have. And I will. Yeah. We about to go in the gym. I just seen another person, and oh my gosh. Pre-workout kicking in. Ears are burning. I do pre-workout on workout days. I recommend something lighter for those who are just beginning. Not to just sell the product, but I sell coffee. Well, I don't sell it. I advertise it, and I get paid from it. You save 20%, I get 15% of the sale, and they get a new customer. It's a win-win-win situation. It's a great product. It's called Javi Coffee. Drink Javi Coffee. Click the link below. It's free to click the link. It's free to go to the website, see what they got. Also, if you want to save, you see something that you want to save, use my code. It's in the link. Yeah, it is what it is. So we about to go in there deadlift. I didn't even say what I was doing, did I? I said I was gonna go to 405, do reps, and then every week I'm gonna increase that. So 405 this week. Next week I might do 425. Then 445, 465, 470. That way, when I get back to 475, instead of doing it for a hit and miss, one rep, I'm gonna be doing it for 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 reps. Who knows? I don't know. If I could do 475 for 3 reps, give or take, 5 reps especially, I'll be back into my 500s. All right. At a low body weight, I weigh about 160 even, give or take a pound right now. And for me to be as lean as I possibly want to be, I'm probably going to be 155, maybe even less. I don't know. I'm going to keep cutting it till New Year's. The Olympia is coming up. I'm probably going to compare my physique, my natural physique, to some of these mass monsters that's doing the Olympia. You got, Chris Bumstead, you got Breon Ansley, you got Nick Walker, Big Ramy. You got all these bodybuilders. They're not fake natties, though. I'm just naming names. they can't really talk about it. Not everybody's gonna talk about their natty or not status. It's just common sense for us that's been in the know. But it's people that go to the gym that's been in the gym for years that's not really into fitness, that don't understand things like that. That's why it's easy to fool beginners. That's why Liver King was able to do what he was able to do. You know, I have the knowledge to where I can see things. I could talk to you right now and have a conversation with you and then come up with a gimmick specifically for you to play you out your money. Because I know what I'm doing. I know, you know, it's like a player swooping in. Like I said, it's like a work husband. You know, you and your husband having a problem. Not a dude at your job. He's waiting. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing on New Year's. All right. So be careful. All right. So you got men's bodybuilding, men's physique, classic physique. I used to want to be in like a men's physique competition, but these guys, even the ones that claim to be natural on stage, they're not fully lifetime naturals. All right, you gotta understand there's a lot of wolves in sheep clothing out here. You know, and some people, what does it matter? Because they're selling you a dream. They're showing you their physiques and they're acting like it's coming from their lifestyle when it's coming from that needle or those pills or what's coming out of that bottle or whatever, however they're doing it. All right. I take supplements. I tell you what I take. I take creatine. Supplements out the store, they really don't do much if they do anything at all. Some of the things we might just be guessing they're doing. You might have placebo effect from some of these things. Placebo effect meaning you think something's working for you, so you work even harder now that you bought something. You got the incentive that you done spent some money, and now you're going to, God dang, I've been talking almost 30 minutes. I talk too much. Shut up, repping time. You tell everybody else to shut up. Alright, time to go. Alright, I'm going in the gym. I got my water. I got my belt. But I just realized that I left my book bag at home, which has a dire important thing when I go in them doors. Alright, my headphones. I don't have my headphones. I don't have my locks. I'm going to have my wallet and everything on me. But, shoot. Headphones. Blockers from these people that be in here. So, I'm going to go in and lift anyways. I don't care. I don't really need this belt because I'm only doing 4 or 5. Whatever. Come on. Alright, this is a good start already. Somebody left their weights. I usually would just do a 45-pound plate on each side. They left a 45 and a 10 on each side. The bar is also 45. The only thing I don't need on here is the clamps. I'm gonna leave that 10 on each side. So I'm starting off with 155 pounds instead of 135 pounds. Always warm up with lightweight. I don't care how heavy you can lift. Warm up with lightweight. You want to get acclimated to the weight, all right? So watch all of this video right quick. I'm gonna tell you the ups and downs, the highs and lows. All right. I always get my bar even with the floor. There's lines on the floor, and I line it up with those lines. A lot of people right then and there, they'll be wondering, what am I doing? What are you doing? No, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to keep it in. I need to keep my breath and energy and focus on the bar and the bar alone. When you're in the gym and you're lifting heavy weights, this ain't heavy yet, but I'm going to give you a pro tip. All right? This isn't complaining. When you're lifting heavy weights, it needs to be you and the bar. It's just like if you're on prime night, it's you and your partner. You know what I'm saying? So go down, lift the bar. I'm gonna tell you, my warm-up sets are a little more wonky, or a little more, you know, I'm getting the feel of it for the day. All right, every day you need to get the feel of whatever you're doing. All right, that's another reason that warming up is very important. You need to warm up the joints. You need to warm up the muscle. You need to lock down your cues. You need to lock in your form. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. If you're a beginner, this is even more important. All right, your whole workout, in my opinion, if you're lifting weights, your whole workout needs to be pretty much a warm-up. Don't go hard yet, all right? All right, even the best of us, we warm up. The smart lifters warm up, all right? So 155. I'm going to go ahead and put another 45-pound plate on there. So that'll push me up to 245. All right, kind of look like a burger, you know, with the meat in the middle. All right, so always remember that 10 pound is going to stay there the whole time. So for those who know math when it comes to lifting weights, you know, the 45-pound bar, I'm not using my belt on this. This is some lightweight. I might not even use my belt on the today anyways. The plan is to go to 405. I'm doing a voiceover, so yes, I already know what I did. I know what I did and I didn't do. So I'm telling you the plan, and then I'm gonna explain to you when the plan changed. So stay focused, pay attention, take notes. All right. So these reps are a little bit better than the other ones, so I'm kind of amping up. You know what I'm saying? It's like a snowball effect. You start off little, then you get bigger, then you get bigger, then you get bigger, then you get bigger. Which means another thing I want to throw in real quick. I'm not gonna dwell on this. One of the reasons I don't like talking to people in the gym is they try to talk to you in between every set. You already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some more weight on there. So I would usually put another 45-pound plate on there and do 315, which would have been 335 this time. Or I could put these 10s, but I'm gonna meet in the middle. Go ahead and put these 25s. All right, I'm not gonna do the math through the whole thing. Also, I'm gonna show y'all the grip width. The reason why I'm not going that heavy yet is because of the grip. All right, when you're doing double overhand compared to mixed grip, never do double underhand. That will injure you on the deadlift. You will tear your arms off. All right, so you could do one hand or the other, whichever one you're comfortable with. For beginners, I would say double overhand, because if you bend your arm, you cannot do a curl with this much weight. You will tear your bicep right out the dang frame. All right, so injury. Learning how to actually lift will keep you injury free for the most part. You can still get injured, but you should not be asking for injury. So you do the math on the weights. I did what, 155 plus 50 more pounds. That's 205. Easy money. Don't need a belt. All right. A belt is not going to save you from bad form in the first place. A lot of people, you should put your belt on. You're a beginner. No disrespect. When I was a beginner, I used to think that the belt would save you from bad form. A lot of people throw that belt on and they lift any kind of way and say, "Oh, I got a belt. Shouldn't matter." Cap backing. They lift with all back. All right. I'm still perfecting my form back to where it used to be. But I know the feel. I know what I should be feeling. All right. I know where I should be feeling it. So I'm gonna do this for 2 sets. One with double overhead and then another set with mixed grip, all right? Because this is going to be kind of heavy on my grip. I do not have my gloves. I do not have chalk. But I do want to see if I can get this double overhead with no gloves or chalk, all right? So, also my fingernails. I'm going to show y'all. My fingernails are short now, but they usually break, except this one. It's the only one that's long. A lot of times I be trying to hide my long fingernails. But they'll be back in about a week or two because my nails grow fast. So a lot of times you watch my videos and I be doing weird stuff with my hands. So I'm going to just be like, man, I don't worry about it. What nobody think. So double overhand, the heavier the weight will be, the more it will slip out your hands. That's why the mixed grip, never double underhand. The mixed grip, keep your arms straight. Don't bend at the bicep. You will break your bicep. It will tear off. But it does help with the grip, you know, if you do it right, all right? So let's go on to the next weight. I'm still explaining it. Why am I explaining it that long? I don't know. Mixed grip this and double hand that. Blah, 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 blah. So we're going to go ahead and do the double overhand, right? And this is, hold on. This is 385 pounds. Double overhand. Lately, I've been doing like 315. So I'm trying 385, and I didn't get it. It wasn't because it was heavy. It just didn't feel like it was going to come up without slipping out my hands. I hate bad form. I hate misses. At the end of the day, you're trying to get nothing but wins, all right? Yes, there's going to be fails, but a fail can tear you up. All right, man, the baby about to wake up. Don't wake up yet. All right, double overhead, easy weight. So that right there shows you that, okay, a lot of people, they see you fail. All right, I ain't got my headphones on, so I hear everything people will say. This right here is 385. Not that heavy weight to me. but I have to focus. People are talking behind me. People are trying to talk to me. And I'm like, bruh, just shut your mouth. Also, I got to do voiceovers because that's copyrighted music. That's a speaker right there. But I'm trying to tell y'all this, all right? Every time somebody fails or bail out, I'm not going to use my belt. Every time somebody bail out, it doesn't mean, and it's hot in here, it does not mean that they couldn't lift the weight. Do not come up to that person interrupting them and messing up their focus. Leave that person alone. Let that person lift, all right? If that person is bench pressing and they're cutting through it like butter, they didn't ask for a spot, they didn't want a spot. Leave them alone. All right? Easy weight. That wasn't a fail because I couldn't lift it. All right? So I'm supposed to be doing 405 for reps, but I'm going to end up that was 385. I'm going to put 20 more pounds on there. 395, 405. This is 405. I'm not using my belt, but the reason I'm not doing reps is because people are distracting me, and I'm going to just go ahead and move up and weight. Am I going to lift 495 pounds today? 500 pounds today? I don't know. Another thing that was throwing me off is when I was lifting, I did not know how much I was lifting, so I did not really understand how to approach it. You approach it the same. Man, dog, get up out of here. You don't even know what you're talking about, all right? So you're going to come up with your own personal way of approaching the bar or the weights that you're lifting. All right. So if you haven't been there yet, don't be telling me. That's annoying. I honestly hate that. All right. Maybe people can't even do half of that right there. All right. And then and I just lifted it like it was nothing. Not bragging. I'm just saying I'm explaining. I've been doing this for years. Beginners are easy to fool. They fool themselves. All right. I got to focus on that. Even though it's not that heavy, that is enough weight for me to really hurt myself, right? So I'm going to throw another 25 on each side. And I'm little. Look how little I am, man. That's because I'm very lean. I'm still cutting. I'm flat. I don't have any carbs in me right now, really. My headphones, I'm trying to focus. And, oh, my God. This is hard. All right, for those who don't understand, look at this. I might be small. I weigh 160, but my arms are twice bigger than people that's 200. And they cut because it's actually muscle. I don't have any body fat. Y'all seen the ab pictures and stuff like that. So, with that being said, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to say this. The more you weigh less, the less body fat you have, the frailer, the more frail you are, the more susceptible you are to injury. So I really have to focus, man. And this is why I like lifting by myself. All right, I limber up, put my belt on for this. This is I took the 10s off, put the 25s on, and this is dang it, I forget how much this is. But yeah, I'm doing some old weird stuff. Do my little Kamehamehas from the side. Man, it's a full body movement, man. If your body ain't ready, you will hurt your body. I'm trying to tell you. All right, let's see if it goes up or how it goes up. I forget which lifts I failed at before I got it. Spoiler alert, I attempted 495, so this isn't it. This is, man, I ain't even gonna do the math. I think that was 435. 445, 455. No, I know I did 460. Okay, there's 465. Okay, yeah. Because you got to remember, you got to add up both sides. So I'm going to put the same amount of weight on each side, of course. All right. A lot of people, I can't see the other side, so you might not even have that much. Why would I lift with a lopsided bar and injure myself? That'll make it even harder, actually, if I put less weight on the other side. That's stupid. All right, this is 465. I think I failed it the first time. Let's see. Don't rush your lift. I don't care how many people tell you, just do it. All right, I didn't do it. I bailed out because I didn't feel like I approached the bar right. I got to focus. No talking. Throw away the key. Lock your lip. Zip your lips. Throw away the key. All right, people are trying to talk to me, man. So let's try it again. I had to get mad for this one. I think this is the one I got it. It's not heavy to me. Not really heavy. Now, for beginners, Don't try this. You need to be lifting with 1 plate on each side. Not even that. Okay, I got that. That was easy money. All I need is 30 more pounds to get 495. 30 more pounds. Last time I did 475, so I only needed 20 more pounds and I failed. So I need 30 more pounds. So right now I need to take off some of those weights. Right here, from here to here, take it off, take that off, take that off, take that off. Put a 45-pound plate on, right? I'm not even going to do the math. I need to put a 45 and a 10 on because I needed 30 more pounds on each side, right? I took all the other ones off, so you got to think about it. Do the math. I'm not doing the math. I did the math. This is 495. I know what I'm talking about. And look, I barely have any. I have no room for any more plates, right? You must be the strongest guy in the world. You can't even put more plates on. After I attempt this and fail about 3 times, and I'm not going to spoil if I got it or not, I'm going to show y'all exactly how you can fit more weight on the bar. All right, I'm trying my best to avoid talking. I don't have my headphones, which give people this right here. These are 45s too. They're a lot skinnier than those bumper plates. So if I was using just those, which I won't because they're octagons, I'm only going to lift with round plates. You know what I'm saying? Now, in the near future, I might need one on each end instead of, might have to replace that last one on each end. But whatever. I could have had it. Y'all seen the bar bend. All I had to do was stand up. People keep talking to me while I'm lifting. They keep talking. They won't stop. You're not supposed to do that. Now, that's going up. I'm telling the weight that you going down. The weight is going up. I'm telling it. I'm serious. I'm getting serious. This drains so much energy, man. Not the weight, the people. It was a dude right behind me benching. Not on that bench right there, but it's another bench behind that one. But it's a dude right behind me. I don't know how old he is. An older guy. There's another guy too, but kept trying to talk to me. Like, it's obvious that I'm busy doing something. Look, I had it off the ground about 3 inches. About 2.5 inches on each side. There I approached it again, but then the weight was kind of slid to the side, so I had to push it over. I'm going to kick this over just to make sure it's over. You know what I'm saying? So I approached it again. Did I get it? Look, I'm amping up, feeling my legs. I'm remembering to push from the floor. I'm remembering it's a push, then a pull. Treat the bottom half like a leg press. Then you pull up with the top half. Nope. And also, I don't never pull as hard as I can or push. A lot of people looking at me like, you didn't even really try. Man, dude, F that. I'm not about to injure myself for nobody, man. So, I get up. I decide that I'm defeated. The weight defeated me. The people defeated me. If I could attempt it again, but, you know, from experience, the more I attempt something and I finally get it, the worse the form end up being. So, it's a dude right there. Keep messing with me, man. So, I put the weights away. I clean my area. Always put your weights away, man. Your bar should be butt naked when you get done. You know what I'm saying? Leave the area better than you came. You know what I'm saying? But those weights right there, I'm not getting those. I used to, but no, somebody else left that right there. I'm good. They don't do nothing for me. Also, December, right? They're gonna do deadlifts all December. They did this last month. Bench giving. They want the bench every day. They're gonna get people injured. All right. Nobody don't listen to people, man. These coaches don't know what they're doing. All right, y'all. The gym is getting pretty packed. I had a lot more work to do. I'm going to the car and I'm gonna talk to y'all real quick about that deadlift. But I might go back in and get my rest of my session, or I might just save it for later. They're about to run me over, but I might save it for later because you know, I got the weekend off, so I can structure my work. I can get a billion workouts and, you know, small workouts in the weekend, whatever. Dude right there, well, she gonna come out. He was following me. I ain't gonna even get him, but he's following me now. He's following me out the dang gym. You know, it wasn't even him. That was. I'm gonna get in the car and I'm gonna talk about it.